There once was a beautiful country called Syria. It was a country blessed with perfect natural resources, ancient architecture, and spiritual history. This country is home to over 20 million people, and though I was born in the United States, I too call it home. As is the case with any place on earth, where people have lives, homes, families, routines, hobbies, it is always a shock when things suddenly change. The 2011 massacre in Syria, which has evolved into a revolution, has birthed over 3 million Syrian refugees, concentrated in the bordering countries shown here by areas of red, 1 million of which are trying to seek refuge in Lebanon. Although problems are unlimited for Syrian refugees, one of the problems that will destroy the future of Syria is a lack of education for these refugees. Being of Syrian descent myself, my heart ached for these people. As many of us try to find ways to help in a vast array of misfortune in the world, I chose to make a difference using my own particular strength, which happened to be in education and art. Last year, I delivered aid to refugees in Turkey in the form of blankets, heaters, medicine, diapers, and rent, and I realized it only momentarily offered relief for the people. This time, I wanted something more sustainable. With donations and support from my community, it became my goal as board member of For the Unseen, a nonprofit, to establish an art therapy education program in November of 2013. My name is Sama Wareh, and this is my story of opening up a school for Syrian refugees in Lebanon and the power art therapy has on children of war. Welcome to Lebanon, home to over 1 million Syrian refugees. It is a Friday, and I had just arrived yesterday to start up an art therapy program at a school for Syrian refugee children. However, when I arrived, I had been informed that there was no school. Mustafa, the principal, declined the position when the NPO he had been working with last year announced abruptly that they wanted to charge each refugee child $300. He scrambled to find a donor who would pay the rent of the building, figure out the bus schedule, and had asked me to buy all the school supplies. School was going to start tomorrow, and we had just gotten the keys to the building. We had a lot of work to do. While Mustafa was busy informing everyone about the bus schedule, recruiting his old staff to be volunteers, and taking care of last-minute things, his family and I cleaned the school. We left the school at 10 p.m. Friday night, and all of us could hardly sleep out of excitement.
مبسوطة كتير كمان.
كتير ليش مبسوطة؟
لأن بدنا نروح على المدرسة ورح تفتح ورح ندرس كمان.
من إمتى ما رحتي على المدرسة؟
من السنة الماضية.
من السنة الماضية؟ كتير أشهر ها.
Actually, this school now, after 2 weeks, it started the first day with about 50 children. Oh, it's big amount when you say big number. 50 children in one day, it's very, like, no other school could do that. But actually the children liked the school, and you know, I'm the principal of the school, and I was the principal for the another school last year. So the people trust me so much, and the people like me, and also the children. So when they knew that I'm a principal for a school, they came directly, and even most of them, like they paid for another school and they took their monies and come to us. And actually here the schools for free. I'm doing it like for helping. After 1 week, the number reached to 200, and now after 15 days, the number 350, and we have more than 51 also on the waiting list, because you know, and as I told you, that the school just only the capacity of it for 350. So the number, the total is for the 350 students right now.
في عندي واحد اللي هو عمره 7 سنين لازم يكون صف ثاني. فصرنا الفرصة الحمد لله هون بمساعدة المدرسين انه دخلته بالصف الاول. فحبوا انه الشيء اللي فقدناه بسوريا انه نعوضه هون. الله يعطيهم العافية ونشكر جهودهم.
كم سنين انه هو ما كان بالمدرسة؟
ما كان بالمدرسة، حب وقت تسجيله بحلب صارت الأزمة فما قدرنا نسجله. لما طلعنا لهون الحمد لله بمساعدتهم مشي الحال.
Good morning.
Very good. يا حلوين. برافو. يلا مين بيقول لي good morning teacher عشان تكونوا حافظة؟ Yes mother. كيف وقفوا أول شيء؟ كيف وقفوا الجمل؟ Very good. صفقوا very good.
طلاب، في امر ضروري جدا، نحن على اعتبارنا مباشرين بالمدرسه من جديد. في امر ضروري اللي هو اسم المدرسه، ما لازم يكون لمدرستنا اسم. صح؟
When we found the Tuyoor Al-Amal name, it was like an idea. And believe me, I do believe in the children also. So I want the children themselves to name their school.
وانتم تختاروا، يعني رح نعمل تصويت. اي اسم بتحبوه اكثر شيء يكون اسم مدرستكم هو اللي رح نختار يكون اسم المدرسه. بموجبه رح الان ساعدكم تعملوا لوحه فنيه هون على الحيط ترسموا كلياتكم معها.
So I make like a list for the schools names, and I went for every classroom and I wrote the names of the schools, and then the children are voting this name. This means that the children themselves choose the name of their school.
And everyone's excited. I mean, I've never seen so much like thrill, excitement, and just happiness to be in school. I mean, I'm used to kids not wanting to go to school or just wanting to leave or can't wait for a recess. I mean, literally, no one wanted to leave the class. It was upsetting. One of the kids kept on telling me that this one kid knows how to sing. Let him sing, let him sing. I said, okay, come up, sing for us. His name was Bashar. And I kind of, right away, because his name is Bashar, my dad's name is Bashar, I'm like, all right, Bashar, sing for us. His voice was amazing.
One of the things I had promised Mustafa was to buy backpacks, notebooks, erasers, and other school supplies, one for every child. The kids were so excited because they could see them in the hallways, and they knew they were going to get their very own backpacks, one that would last them for years to come.
فوق عندنا بالبناء.
بعدين انتوا كلكم طلعتوا؟
كلمة لا.
يعني عيلتك منيحة ولا صار شيء
لا منيحة الحمد لله.
الحمد لله الحمد لله.
One of the things that must happen with art therapy is that children must feel safe to express themselves and feel like they are in a comfortable sanctuary in order to share how they are feeling. Every morning, children would come running up to me, handing me all sorts of things, including drawings they had made. While filming candidly, one boy handed me an especially powerful drawing. When I asked this young boy what he had drawn, he would not answer, and children around him started answering for him. "It is a tree that is crying, teacher," one boy said. "It's sad, teacher." I kept asking him, and he would not answer. He just handed it to me. And that's how it is with kids that are going through emotional trauma. They let the drawings speak for them. While also filming candidly, another boy handed me another powerful drawing. "What's this?" I asked. "It's my village," he replied. "Where are you from?" I asked. "From Idlib." Idlib was one of the villages in Syria that really got destroyed from the war. These children had a lot to share, a lot of stories that needed to get out. However, when you ask them, "How did this happen to you?" or "What happened to you?" they'd fall silent. It's as if drawing it was their only portal to sharing their story with you. And trust me, they really wanted you to know what happened. And sometimes it was a little more symbolic. Stories told of rage, anger, hatred, fear, and it was drawn in forms that was open for interpretation, as is the case with Mazen, this young boy, and his older brother who would help him draw these pictures. So now that we had given them a place where they could take ownership and create their own world, a place where they could confide in us and share their feelings, it was now my hope to do the next step of the program, to move forward.
ترسموا لوحة، عرفتوا كيف؟ ارسموا شو خيالكم، شو بدكم تفصلوا، فيكم تسووا أي شيء، أنتم كلكم كتير 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 مميزين وعندكم كتير هيك عقليتكم كتير حلوة، فإذا أنتم بأي شيء تعملوها بحياتكم لازم 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 تتدرسوا تتدربوا كل يوم، صح؟ نعم صح. يلا تبلشوا؟ نعم. اوكي يلا انت بتوزع لي الوراق، يلا يا تفضل.
امبارح ما كنت اتنام انه انبسطت انه انا حني روح ارسم، حني اعرف حدا يسمعني او حدا يشوف شو حارسم، حيعرف شو في بقلبي. صار بدها تعمل دكتور التوحد مشان اخبر. رسمت السماعه ورسمت ابره ورسمت تعملي هسه شو بيعوزوا للتوحد؟ فكره انه التوحد مرض يعني رح تشيل الابره. قلت لها اوكي، ما صدقت انه هي طالعه هلا خصوصي كرمال انت كثير عم تساعديها طلعي لها شو في بقلبها. يعني ما عم تخليها انه اوكي فرض عليكي هالشيء لازم ترسمي هيدي الرسمه، لا ارسمي شو انت بدك، شو حابه تصيري هلا، شو عم تفكري بعدين. حلو حاجه تفرض راينا عليهم لهالولاد، كونوا هيك واسكتوا واحكوا هلا ولا تحكوا هيك وحبوا هيك وكرهوا هيك، وهون فيك تعمل شو ما بدك لو كان على الحيط. صح الحمد لله، وعن جد يسلموا ايديك كثير كثير كثير، انا كثير انبسطت انه حبت المدرسه من قبل الضوء فهي عم تطلع. واو. قالت لي هي جاي من امريكا، انا ما صدقت، فكرتها بنتي عم تحكي لي شيء حدا حكي لي اياه، طلعت عن جد عم تحكي، فطلعت عن جد خصوصي اليوم لاشوفك. بدي اشوف بنتي عن جد عم تحكي، كثير انبسطت انه طلعوا حرام هني كانوا عم يبرموا على مدرسة وبدنا نقعد بمدرسة وما في مدرسة تقبلنا والمدارس اللبنانيين صعب المنهج عليهم. فاجا وقت حسيت انه يا الله حتروح السنة على قريب ما في مدرسة. فهلا ما عاد بس في مدرسة وفي فن كمان شيء كثير. عن جد ثانك يو يسلموا ايديك.
شكرا. انت محامي صح؟
You're a lawyer, right? Nice.
انت انه تصلح
You
شغلات صح؟
are a mechanic, right?
حلو.
Nice.
انت
And let's see, you want to be a mechanic. Great. Oh, you want to be an artist.
حلوة انت رسام فظيع.
It was during this time that the kids fell silent and really went within. You could really see them imagining, envisioning, and creating worlds in their minds.
مهندس صوبي شو مسطرة مثلا مهندس بتطلع مسطرة بتطلع شو بدنا نعمل هذا اللي بيصير.
انت شو بدك تصير؟ شرطي. وانت شو بدك تصير؟ حرام.
So we started our huge team project. The goal was to show them that through teamwork, we could create something more powerful and each have a role. The drawings the kids were working on in class would eventually be drawn on the wall in each flower or leaf. I had told them that this was their signature with themselves, their contract. When they wrote this on the wall, they were telling themselves that they would go for these goals or dreams, even if their goals shifted a little. The best part was that 90% of these kids had never touched paint in their lives. They were so proud of their work. The finishing touch was Birds Carrying Hope. The name of their school was Tuyoor Al-Amal, which means Birds of Hope. So I designed the logo of the school they chose the name for, the school they created. During these 15 days, working day and night, I felt more energy than I had ever felt in my life. I had become so attached to the children, and as I walked to Tuyoor Al-Amal school on my last day, I felt my heart start to sink. And as I stood before them trying to give a speech, all I could do was cry.
انتوا شايفين كيف تأثرتوا فيه صح؟ أنا جيت من هيك لهون بعرف انتوا حلالي.
عرفت حشوف أولاد حبهم بس ما صورت هالقد حبهم مثل ما حبيتكم. كثير كنت أغلب قبل ما سافرت كل الأولاد هنيك قالوا لا تسافري لحد ما نكتب لهم رسالة. كتبوا لي 400 رسالة. أنا عندي رسالة لكل واحد منهم. وكمان الطالبين تبع الرسم تبعي هن عملوا للبنات لكل واحدة من بإيدهم 3 أشهر عم يشتغلوا فيها. عملوا للبنات لكل واحدة عقد لكل واحدة من إيدهم عملوها. وللصبيان الصبيان من هنيك قالوا بدنا نبعث للصبيان شغلة. شو بدكم تبعتوا؟ قالوا بدنا نبعث لهم هيك. وعلى هي بتقول اليوم استطيع ان افعل اي شيء. عشان ما تنسوا صبيان وبنات انه كل يوم فيكم تستطيعوا ان تعملوا اي شيء. نحن سوا عملنا الحيط صح؟ كل واحد عمل حصته وبالاخير كان حيط واحد صح؟ إذا بدكم تنجحوا بالحياة هيك العمل سوا مع بعض كوحدة صح؟ إذا بدكم تذكروني بهالشغلة. أولاً تذكروني بالعمل، تذكروني بكيف تشتغلوا مع بعض، تذكروني بكيف تكونوا بيناتكم، لا تضربوا بعض، احكوا مع بعض. خلصنا صح؟ خلصنا من الضرب والقتل صح؟ خلاص خلينا ناخذ الورقة وحنبدي واحد جديد. اوكي؟ طيب؟ وافقنا؟ كونوا طيبين مع انستكم وانساتكم واستاذتكم. وعارفوا هالشي، عارفوا انه الناس بالدول العرب بكل العالم عم يفكروا فيكم. انا شايفة كل يوم هنيك عم يسألوني شو الوضع هنيك؟ كيف الأولاد هنيك؟ وين رايحة انتي؟ بيحبوكم، والله بيحبوكم. وبدي اياكم تعرفوا هالشي، لا تنسوا. انا حاجي زور صفكم صف وهأعطيكم الكروت وهأعطيكم الهدايا. تمام؟ شكرا كثير على كل شيء عملتوه لإلي.
The Drawing Our Dreams project was only something that we did in class during school hours. All of these drawings you are seeing are all drawings that the kids would just hand me every day. They were all voluntary. I had noticed something profound in the course of the few weeks that I was there. The subject matter of their voluntary drawings began to change, and I had never asked them to stop drawing violent images. I just gratefully accepted whatever they had given me. As days went by, art pieces from the same children began to change from violence to hope. Remember this boy who gave me the flower that was bleeding? This is the first day. 5 days later, he gave me this one. It's bleeding a little less. On my last day, he handed me this one. Remember Mazen? This was the first day he'd given me this drawing. He had so much to express. He used all sorts of different animals to describe how he was feeling. Over the course of time, guns started disappearing from his drawings. And symbols of peace started replacing them. The last day, he handed me this. Just a happy day in the park. He also handed me this letter that brought me to tears. When people who have so little want to give you everything they have, it makes it very hard to leave a place. The hardest part about saying goodbye is not that you are in awe because they threw you a surprise party, or that they gave you flowers each day, but it's that in a place where life can be described as difficult, I found heaven in their smiles, and being away from those smiles is the hardest part. It's difficult to leave a place where people are so appreciative for every small act of kindness. If you are searching for happiness, go to a place that has nothing, for it is there that you will have enough space to fill your vessel. Although I am very sad to leave, I leave in confidence, knowing that they are in good hands. Mustafa and the hard-working behind-the-scenes team around him are doing all they can to make sure that every child gets a good quality education. They work day and night, carrying the burden of keeping the doors of the school open for free. To keep the art therapy program going, I hired an art director, Omar Tiyat. I trained him on eco-friendly art projects that could help the school raise funds for the following year. He has already sent me his December report and has been so successful at keeping the program alive and running. I feel so lucky to have taken this trip, and I'm so thankful for all the support I received prior to my trip, for it is only with your support that For the Unseen could buy all the school supplies, sponsor the bus fees, sponsor part of the teacher salaries, and have one solid salary to hire Omar for the whole school year. Although there are many projects that need to be funded, it is my deep belief that education is the strongest mechanism that will save the future of Syria. If the next generation of Syrian children grow up with a healthy education, they will be the most valuable resource that will restore Syria. It is my goal that the art therapy program not only heals these children, but also teaches them valuable skills so that they can keep supporting the school and their families.
شكرا وأنا كتير بحبهم وبتشكرهم ووقفوا معنا وشكرا لهم كتير كتير كتير.
شكرا كثير على الحقائب والهدايا
كمان نحن بنحبكم أكثر من كتير.
The next step of this project is to give all the teachers a steady salary, and then start a second shift in the school to give an education to the 300 children that are on the waiting list. One day, I dream that there will be 650 birds of hope, if not more,